Hello, Divine Sunshine. This is Divine Sunshine. Coming to you, I'm setting my timer so I don't do so long on this reading with you all guys. Oh, yes. With these energies going on, I'm noticing that some of us are having a little bit of some issues of kind of dealing with some of these ascensions. I've seen this on a young lady's thing. She's new that I've been looking at, and she was saying that she felt like at this point that with the ascension and all of the energies that's currently going on, she felt the need that she was saying that she was going to have to take her a little, go back on my timer, have to take her a little time out. Let me see, I can see what her name is. And see that because I looked at it in my history. Schumann. She's talking about the resonance and spikes, solar flares. Kelsey Franks is her name, and she's talking about the Schumann resonance spikes and solar flares. And so with that what's going on, some of us is kind of experiencing a lot of things. Like today I was cooking and all of a sudden I just got this extreme heat and hot that hit me all of a sudden. Intensities, like the DM was kind of extra frisky. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, okie dokie, interesting. So it's hitting us in all different kind of ways. I'm not going to concentrate on the DM as far as I'm feeling kind of in between torn on that one. I really wanted to concentrate mainly on the divine feminine, because the divine masculine had its day, especially when we were talking about the rescue, the SOS, and then also with Jupiter 1111's her things that she did with the SOS, and then I followed back and talked to the instant replay. So I just don't want to neglect my girls. Girls, who run the world? Girls. So I want to make sure clear. So I'm going to tap in and just kind of see what's happening with the divine feminine. So let's look at the overall energies that we should be kind of working with, especially with whatever this Schumann resonance, this spike that's going on with these energies is sending into the universe. So what is some things, what is it, what divine feminine energies should we kind of be working with as far as with these changes and spikes and stuff? Because like I said, I was extremely hot till I felt like I told Ma if I could come downstairs and eat naked, I would. That was how hot. I mean, everything was just extremely irritating to me. Okay. All right. So we have Thekla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Okay, so we need to find some kind of way right now at this time what we're doing. And that's pretty much what she was saying. The young lady, Kelsey, was saying that she's like, I'm just resting when I need to rest. I'm not overexerting myself when I don't need to. She said, you'll find that. And she said, I kind of feel my powers coming back. So in some ways, it looks like if I would feel and I tap in and I ask my angels and guides, they were saying right now with these energies, we're finding ways to kind of get ourselves back, like we're gathering our power and our strength through this ascension that's pretty much going on. I think about my spiritual mentor. She's going to a part where she's soul retrieval. That's what comes to mind when I think of this. It's like really going back and it was once upon a time, and I think I said that earlier on this channel, where I was actually going back to places and really going back to retrieve parts of me that I had lost or got hurt there, and I would actually retrieve it back. Like I did, went to the Irish Museum. I went back to something really past lives regression, got that back on track. Things even maybe might need to go back to your family home, childhoods, or something like that. It seems like, oh, if you don't want to even do that, you could actually just use your visual and just actually go back and retrieve parts of you or that have pretty much had some trauma that had occurred. The universe really right now with the energies that's happening this week is pretty much doing that on its own. It's kind of like purging and bringing up all that stuff. I looked on Patricia McNealy. She's saying that if you had any kind of sexual trauma, things of that ascension stuff is coming up as well and coming in and out of your body, because I told you we're getting prepared and ready for this newness. If you talk about lunar ash, talking about the collective year is ending in July, so it's a lot. And somebody else was like, right now, kind of get ready for the calm before the storm. Who was that I was looking at? And oh, now Melanie Beckler, she was talking about on her angel network things that she was saying that really when this is in June and in July is like it's going to be like a great upheaval. So at this point, you probably are going to have to kind of find yourself, divine feminines, kind of laying back. You probably are trying to pretty much at this point kind of find yourself kind of laying back on some things and kind of finding yourself getting yourself back together by, you know, looking at things in the past that you've done, getting it together, bringing it fast forward into the future, seeing what things that work, seeing what things that do not work with you now, okay? I am my own. And so you really, to me, it's like you finding courage. You got the enlightenment around you. You use your intuition and your awareness, especially in the crown. And you're finding ways to become on your own. I almost feel like Patty Bear. I'm on my own. Why you here this way? This isn't how it's supposed to be. Then that my husband Michael McDonald. I wish that we can begin all again. But that part. But I was thinking about another one. I was thinking about Patti LaBelle's too that came to me. The other song. I must have rehearsed my lines 1,000 times before I had them memorized. I think of moments we share when you're not there. That one. Am I right? Oh, here, only you knew how much I do need you. So I'm thinking in some ways, some divine feminines, you are coming to the realization that you do need this divine masculine. You might have pushed him into the side. Now, like I say, I always say my famous things, giving him the deuces sign. But you kind of pretty much are coming to that point, just like Patti LaBelle, that you know, if you only knew how much I do love you, you know, although mask amongst all this other stuff that's going on, but I still need. So right now, let me look and see what are some of the life changes that you divine feminine are going through currently to be able to this. Ooh, retirement. So I'm thinking right now you're at the point you kind of like they said again, try to get your power back. You're gonna have to retire some of those old thoughts, some of those old ways of thinking, as well. What is the main event that will cause that to happen? Clear. Let's find out what's the main event. This kind of came out. Okay, so again, that would kind of go with it. You got the 3 of air, great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others. And you probably will, I'm picking up with this again, is that you have to kind of great sadness, which is to give up and to let go of some of those things that harmed you in the past. That's true. They had brought you great sadness in the past. That's true. And then you got to get to the point that you find forgiveness for yourself first and then for others. I would practice the anamana, oh Lord. What's my thing? The Hawaiian prayer, and I know it, and I don't know why I'm screwing it up now. Ho'oponopono, thank you. Ho'oponopono prayer. I would take time out to say that one, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That is a old ancient prayer, but clears out all ancient old things. Especially, you could say that you ask for, you could send that information, those things down that you want to forgive down to Mother Gaia. Let her process and think it, and say that you want to clear all things across all space and time. You ask for it to clear and transmute everything from all space and time. That's another thing for you to do as well, especially if you're trying to clear the past and you don't want anything else also to appear as well. So those are the things that the great events or the overall arching theme that you have to also deal with in order to heal with that. Can I get, is there some kind of things in the past? Clear. Specifically, can you kind of give me maybe a story that I could kind of maybe look at? Okay, this came here. Okay, we don't do no upside downs. Okay, so now no reversals. So right now for this, it might not be for every divine feminine. For this divine feminine, it would be this. And I'm kind of saying this reading for the ones that's like the counterpart for the divine feminine that's in like the SOS kind of thing. This would kind of be something that would help you kind of to deal with that. So if you're talking about the sadness, the great sadness of loss of this divine masculine being in this situation with this karmic that's acting the way it is, getting to the point that you kind of retiring those things and those thoughts. The expectations. You're sitting there right now currently, what it is, the storyline is you're sitting and you're waiting. You're just waiting very patiently. You're daydreaming things about, maybe the life you would live with the divine masculine. And, you're just really sitting there. You're in your power. You're calm and you're cool and you're collective about it. And you're sitting and you're looking far off. However, you do know in the background that this karmic person is really acting like she's privileged. She looked like she's living the life of Raleigh. Looks very highly ordained and dressed up in whatever the situation is with the divine masculine. This is what you feel that she is. This person looks like, if you would go back in time, that she was like a regular socialite, very sociable in her circles. Look like, she kind of adorns herself, dresses, over exaggerates everything, her beauty, everything. But I do see with this hat, looks like she's hiding something. But this is that Kiki. Remember, this is the Kiki, the karmic, that it is in this divine masculine's life as well. Something about the house. Maybe he has a house and a home with it that you believe that to you in your sight that is really a beautiful setup. However, I see in the background there is a moon and something very ominous is happening back in the background with this moon is shining on it. So the intuition and awareness and this illusion is giving way to light in the background, but you can't see it. But you just looking at how the house is looking and say, "Oh, this look like it's a beautiful home. It's a beautiful setup." But it is in a gate, so something is being guarded about what's going on with this home idea here. You know that in the distance horizon that, things have changed and you really put some anchor down on some things. You're not quite there yet, but you do have your sights on someplace where you want to actually anchor your things. You got your dreams in which you want to actually do. They're taking flight there. I see a bird there. Yeah, and so this dream, this ship here has sailed and it's looking like it's very of a magical, like a dream ship. And then last you have here that's ending here. This is the house. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. And then the next thing is you have pathway, which is you really finding a new way to self. Like you say, you can't see the forest beyond the trees. You can't see, what's the other ones about? The forest beyond the trees. There's an opening way, if you take the path through all of this darkness, really gaining some more knowledge as you're going through this path. You see butterflies that's here also on this card, which means there's a transformation to be gained in all of this darkness or going through this forest, which is really gaining a lot of knowledge, which is also going to break free to the light, some enlightenment about the whole situation as well. So while you're going through this thing, this process of you sitting and waiting, thinking that this karmic is really living the life of Raleigh, like she's very sociable, this house that looks beautiful, but something's ominous is happening in the background at this house, because it looks, almost look like, to me when I look at it, look like it's lightning. So some lightning is about to strike, you know, about this whole thing, but you can't see it. You just looking at the house, and you being guarded, and the gates there that's keeping you out from you seeing what's going on in this house. But you know, in the distant horizon, you want to put anchor soon. You want to keep on floating around out there in your dream world. You actually want to kind of lay anchored into really reality, because you know that you really want to take this path onto your own enlightenment, because you gaining some knowledge even in the darkness, which is giving way to the light, and you're having your own transformation. I want to say so many butterflies here that there might be even some friends or other people along the way that you've met on this path to help you to transform you out of this situation as well. Okay, that's what's going on for you. Then also, let's see, what are some, like, I already did life changes, because this is a quickie. What are some shadow things, that aspects that you've got to work with? Clear. Okay, so shadows you gotta work with is masquerade, which to me, when I look at that, is just trying to pretend like everything's copacetic, everything's copacetic, nothing wrong, and you know that it's everything that's wrong. So you kind of going out life and not really living two things. You hiding and masking the hurt. Number two, you're not really being your authentic self about the whole situation and things that maybe you want to happen in your life, with things you want to achieve. You're kind of scared to kind of really go out there and say, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, these are my hardcore no's, these are my hardcore yes. And you kind of masquerade to the world that, you know, you got a mask on and nobody's knowing what's actually going on behind there except but you. So you got to work with removing that. Let me see what kind of divine energy would help you clear. Get out of that. Just one card, please. Thank you. Codependency. Okay, so you're still, codependency means to me that you have some addictions that you're still linked on with, that you're still married with, and you're masquerading that as well. And that's whatever this addiction that you have, or this codependency, is also helping to mask what is actually going on with you. Now, I've never seen this card before, so excuse me, I'm going to have to read this. This is called Black Flower Fragrance. Okay, let me stop this because I know it's going to start to do something. Stop that. We'll stop that. Ooh, look at it. Stop that. 111. Okay, low battery. I know it's low. Okay, so now, Black Flower. I've never seen this before. Number 16. Excuse me again. These are new cards, so I got to learn them. A beautiful woman, her face with a hint of resolve, holds a strange black rose on her chest. It seems to explode like a crystal. Each petal is an obsidian shard. If we want to go dark, go black. Don't stop to the evening, but embrace the night. Love is not a white dove, nor it turns people into angels. Love can be ugly. Love can be cheap. Love can be rotten, but even ugly, love has a right to exist. Even cheap love can raise to the sky. Even rotten love has the dignity of eternity. Even a black rose by any other name should still smell as sweet. Even if you are wrong, you still have the right to be angry. Even if you're not perfect, you have the right to be respected. Even if you are stupid, you have the right to be listened to. Even if you are lucky, you have the right to complain. Even if you are rich, you have the right to be sad. If you cannot shine because you are beautiful, then shine even if you are ugly. Shine because you are ugly. Gorgeously black, ugly as love, worn out as an angel, cheap as a crown, unconquered as fragrance in the night. So to me, it's like no matter what the cards have been dealt for you, still find a way to turn those lemons into lemonade to me when I read this. Also, just like in your situation, you might say, well, this ain't love, being in your position and what's going on with the divine masculine. But they're saying it doesn't matter how it comes or what kind of other form it comes, it is still love, okay? Even if you're learning how to love yourself in the process, even you're learning how to love others more in the process, learn how to follow your bliss in the process, still out of ugly things, to me, when I look at this, beautiful things do still exist out of this, okay? That's something for you, say, for you to work with. And then, let's see, the universe, very quickly. Oh, Isis. That's what I was trying to see. Let's see what Isis, clear. What kind of power does she want to send to you after you've seen all this darkness here? What do we have to do? One card. Thank you. I haven't messed with them in a while. Oh, wow. Called Proper Burial of Freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. That goes right back to this one, what she's saying here at the beginning, that with true powers, I call my power back from all times and places. I am my own. You got the word retirement. You have retirement here, letting go and retiring things that don't work. And again, sadness, learning how to take time to heal and need to forgive in yourself, which is, to me, is like bury all of this stuff that we got here. You got to let it go. Wow, that's very powerful. Okay, and then I wanted to see, so how could it help you? What things could you do to help yourself release from this energy? Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment. Sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So just really, just go with the flow and just really be, thankful for everything that comes. Be in shock when things work out, whichever way it is, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. Clear. I want to see, and what is it that we need to ask and that shall be given from this situation? To receive what I want, I must not push against unwanted. This is expanding universe, and all things must be allowed. In other words, for you to understand and experience what you desire, you must understand that what you do not desire, for in order to be able to choose and focus both, must be present and understood. You must understand that which you do not desire, for in order to be able to choose and focus, both must be present and understood. This is an expanding universe, and all things must be allowed. So get rid of the stuff, that the garbage that you don't, to make good for these things that the universe is allowing to come in. Stay in the awe of everything and the wonderment. Become like a child over again and just allow these things to happen. Get rid of these old feelings from this situation that I read to you earlier in here. Retire those things. It's time to retire your old self. It's time to go into retirement. Get rid of the sadness. Take you some time to heal. Learn how to forgive yourself and others. Learn how to call back your power from all the times, maybe going back almost before this whole incident that happened with this divine masculine. And then learn how to, I am my own. To learn how to own yourself. Because in all of that, let's ask the universe. Clear. Right there. One card, please. The universe says, thank you. They gave me several. The universe says, happiness is your birthright, and the universe has your back. And I'll end right there. Perfect reading. Very nice to the Divine Feminine for the collective, for you all to know. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste. Namago.